Okay, so I wanted to finish up this video. That other one cut off. I don't know why. Maybe I start talking too much stuff they don't like. So we were talking about vampires and history. Look at this guy here, Vlad Tepes, um, the Order of the Dragon Draculia, which means son of Dracul, son of the dragon. I don't know, sloping jaw, pretty small shoulders here if you're looking at that. But it's hard to tell with this. Like I was saying, a lot of these, it's hard to tell on some of these people that are way back in time. But from what I see today, like let's look at the angels here. Okay. So this is another reason why I think that it's fallen angels that are basically ruling over us. Look at their symbology, right? And look at this. Now, let's imagine you gotta suspend, right, like all of this around this person, right? There's no hair here. Look at this face, right? This is a fake lip, right? This is blown up. Look at this brow ridge. This is a brow ridge that has been shaved. Look at this neck, how long it is. Look at these bony arms. Look at how long that humerus bone is, right? This elbow is down here, right? Where this hip bone is. It's very low. A man's elbow is low. See, it's sticking its hip out here to try to make it seem like it has a butt. But what woman do you know? And look at how low this wrist is here, below the crotch. And this rib cage is right here, right? If this was a real woman, the rib cage would be up higher, right? And look, this is a wig. This is a wig pushed down so that it's covering up this person's big skull. And this here, right? They try to stick their butt out and arch their back to try to mimic the S shape of a female spine. And they just don't have it. Look at their wings. Are they telling us what they are? Look at this one. Now, this walk that they do, right? Men, when they want to fake being a woman, they've got to cross their legs over each other. And that's why their gait looks so jerky. It looks like they're going to break a hip because they're trying to mimic. When men walk, their feet are more likely to be side by side. And so when they're walking, they're trying to cross the leg over to mimic a female Q angle. And if you notice, this person's shoulders are way out beyond their hip, even when they're even when they're pushing it out, right? And then right here, you got this thigh gap, right, that they push on real women. Well, real women have fat in this area because that's where the fat comes to nurse babies. And this is also a place for men's balls. Look at this face. Does this look, take the wig off, right? Imagine there's no wig. Look at the face. What is that looking at you? Is that, look at this neck. How hard this neck, what woman do you know has a neck that this is this long? See, men's vertebrae, in my opinion, this is XY, right? It's an XY person. Look at where this wrist is down here. I mean, are you kidding? Even this one that she's kind of pulling up is still lower than the crotch. And a man's wrists are 60% of the length of a body, and a woman's are 50%. Look at all of them together here. So I notice right here, some of them are not castrated, like this one. And I notice, like with Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey, they wear these like bodysuits and they always look weird in here. There's always like puffiness, and it's because they're tucking. But you look at this, I mean, they're straight as a board. And what they're doing here is like optical illusion, right? Trying to fake it. Like this one didn't even have ribs removed. This one looks like he may have had some, but look at this body. This one had its floating ribs removed, probably. Look at these big old collarbones. Look at that one coming right out to the side. That's male. When you see like hanger shoulders, and there's even a surgery now that they have to get rid of it. This one's Adonis belt is still there, even though they have surgery now to get rid of it. This one's had a lot of face work done. Probably the most passable in this bunch. And like if you look, their legs are too short and their torsos are too long. And they have like 5-inch heels on, and that is to mimic how women's legs. If these were real women, this length here would have been added to the legs, and this area would be short and this area would be long. And this is what heels are about, and trying to pitch them forward to make it seem like they have female spines. And look at these wings. What do you think they're hiding here? They're hiding their flat backs, male flat backs. Woman has a curved back. Here's another thing you're not going to see on a woman. Women with a bony chest, unless she's starving. And then right in here, if you look at a real woman, there's like webbing between our breasts. It's like fat tissue here, right? And I'm not even a fat woman, and you can see there's a little bit of fat here, and these bony chested men do not have it. And look at this wig pushed down on this big forehead, wide set eyes, big nose inserting into the skull, and look at how strong this jaw is. This is male. This is male. I've always thought this one, Alessandro, is the most obvious. Look at his torso here. Look at this torso. Look at how long this torso is, and look at how short these legs are. Like low man butt. Men have this low butt thing going. This one here, this is Carly Kloss. This one is 6'2", and he's putting his arms in, and he's still, if you look at that shoulder joint, it's still outside of the hip. Still, even when he's crouching his arms in. That one's a little better on that side just because it's walking on that leg. This one here, you see how low the fat deposits are? So when they take the estrogen, they start getting female fat deposits, and sometimes they also get the fat transfer, right? But look at this knee. That's male. Women do not have these big, massive, strong knees. And they're wearing these heels to try to elongate the legs. This right here is trying to make this, I don't know what this is, lingerie. The lingerie has curves, but this body does not. If this was a woman, it would be going in. Like if I were wearing that, it would be going in. Look at how straight and long this is. Look at how long this torso is. That is male. That is not. Look at how short these legs are, even with the heels on, compared to the length of the torso. That is not a XX female. Same thing with this one. Right? Look at these shoulders. Massive, massive shoulders. Outside of the hips, right? If you take that shoulder joint down, look at this one back here, same deal. No hip, can't see the hip. And look at how long, right? If this was a woman, this panty would be up here and there would be a pelvis, right? And this would be short and they wouldn't need to wear these chokers. Oh my God, look at this neck, right? They wear these chokers to try to break up the neck and in an attempt to hide. Look at this hand. Is this female? Like I'm as tall as these girls. I'm 5'10". My hand and wrist are not massive. My hand is big for a woman, but it is still a delicate thing. This person boxes actually. Look at this mouth, right? This person boxes, you can see, right? Look at these hands. They're not female. And they're using these to try to hide their wrists, right? Hide the males have square wrists. Look at this neck. Look at the size of this upper palate, right? That is not female. I think this one's the most obvious one, but I mean, to me, they're all so obvious. It's just look at the length. Unbelievable. And here is one that is imitating Semiramis, who is over there in the New York Harbor. The Statue of Liberty, which the Statue of Liberty is a male as well. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but look at its feet. It's a male. Look at its face. Look at these. Look at these arms. Look at where that wrist is. Male. Look at how wide the shoulders are. Look at this neck. Look at the size of the face. Who would win in a headbutt contest between me and this person? This person would knock me into next Wednesday. Male, long arms, long levers. That's where strength comes from. When you see the FTMs in Hollywood, like The Rock, they're all buff and right, like they have too much muscle for these tiny little bones. They're not as strong as these guys are because strength is coming, it's physics with levers, the length of your levers. And here we go again. Massive collarbones. You know, you could freaking get you can loosen lug nuts with these collarbones. Look at this. Here's an attempt right here. I'm making a waist, right? They're making a waist. Oh, I have hips. No, they don't. This one's showing off where his balls used to hang or do hang when they're not tucked. Same thing. Oh, I need a belt in my lingerie so it looks like I have a waist. Look at this bony chest. There is no fat there. This one is pretty smooth looking, but look at how long this is. It's wrong. Look at how long this torso is. If this was a real female, the length here, you'd have probably 20% more leg. Same thing, straight across shoulders. Look at the Adam's apple. This is probably the oldest one, so they start showing when they're older. Look at the brow ridge. These younger ones here, they because men harden up as they get older. This one needs, these two probably need their Adam's apple shaved again. Same thing, they wear this hair to try to break up the shoulders, right? They're trying to disguise themselves. This is a disguise too, right? Disguise. Like what woman? I would never wear something like this. This is fucking ridiculous. Look at this. Low, when I was saying before, low slung male ass. This is like grandpa, right? If you look at your grandpa, this is his butt minus the panties, okay? Low man ass. Long back, no curve here. A woman's curves because they're made to have babies. Long arms, wide shoulders, wider than the hips. No female pelvis. And they put fat here and they take their hormones and they get smooth looking. But it doesn't last. See, this one's got to have boots all over. They got to wear these big old heels. So that's what I think they are, y'all. I think that they are, I think they're fallen angels. And I will show you something. Like those of you who think that it's only like Big Mike, look at Melania when she's young. Before all the surgery, you wonder why this person looks so freaking weird and why they've had so much surgery. Look at this face. You see this? That's shoulders, no hips, sticking their hip out, short legs, long torso. They have to wear the high-waisted jeans to try to hide. Straight. Oh, I'm trying to create a waist when I don't have one. This is what they're always doing. There's one that's even more, and this one is a good one, right? Like, as far as first ladies go, this one has had a lot of work. See, look, the brow ridge, gotten rid of the brow ridge, had a lot of surgery, a lot of boobs, fake boobs. Everything's done. Their eyes have been done to make them look less deep set. This chin has had, this jaw's had work, right? They can file this jaw down, but look, see, the brow bone is grown back again. And this still has more of a jaw than Trump does, right? Like, who is the female? Who's got the long arms And who's got the short arms? This is if this is a man, you know how long the arms would be compared to the female? Look at this forehead. Who would win the headbutting contest? I'll tell you who would win the headbutting contest. This one. Okay? And let me show you. Let me show you how long this scam has been going on. This is one of my favorite ones. Is that a female? Is that a female? Right? Another one is my favorite. One of my favorites is also this. These dudes just put on a dress. Is this a female? On what planet is this female? Imagine the hair is gone and we don't have lipstick on. Who is this? This is like your uncle. Okay? This is not a female. Look at this neck. Let's look at Martha Washington. Let's see if it went back all the way, huh? I mean, is this a woman? This could be my grandpa, except for, blue eyes. My grandpa has blue eyes. I mean, this is supposedly a woman, right? Times were tough back then. They didn't have all the surgeries, did they? Oh, I'm a little boy in a dress. Still looks male. Look at this. And this is as good as they could look, remember, right? Like, you'd probably get murdered back then if you didn't draw these people looking as best as they could, okay? Just like all these pictures I'm showing you have been photoshopped and all that. Well, painting was the original form of Photoshop. So here is George. What's up with this big hip and the curve here? Hmm? Look at this. This person's shoulders end up here because he's got to have these epaulets here. Look at how short this is, right? This is where a female waist would be, and this is the pelvis. Jesus. It's interesting, isn't it? Still looks less manly than its wife does, right? Short forehead. Eyes are sunken in, so it does appear like it has a brow ridge, and the nose looks kind of fat here. But look, there is no male. This is like mine, like slopey like mine. This looks a little more male, maybe. But see, it's still sloping shoulders. Still doesn't look as male as the Victoria's Secret models, does it? This is like some junk in the trunk right here, right? Hard to prove, right? But I'll tell you what, I've been looking at these people for many, many, many years. Tiny head for such a big person. Maybe they're just terrible painters. I don't know. All right, y'all. So I'm going to stop right here. That's all I got to say right now. My hypothesis is that these are the descendants of the fallen angels breeding with human women. And if you look up angels and if they have genitals, they were considered like sexless. But to me, if they were able to breed with human females, they had to have they probably had both, right? They probably could literally go fuck themselves so that they could reproduce, right? Otherwise, how do they reproduce with us? All right. Anyways, that is my crazy theory about what's going on in this world, and y'all have a good day. Bye.